Let me just, while we're doing that, I wanna, okay. It's got you guys aren't hearing the lawnmower in the background going by right now, are you? Good. Okay, I successfully managed to get my headphones to work. Okay, so welcome everyone to the December 2023 edition body process call. We got a good one for December. I think it's appropriate for this time of year. It is unlock, dissipate, and eliminate all the algorithmic tonalities and anomalies locked in your body. So everything you're on, and it's the location is either occiput and sacrum or the immune points, third eye, thymus, liver, spleen, kidneys. And that's all it says on the one sheet, darn it. So everything you're unwilling to be, know, perceive, and receive about unlock, dissipate, and eliminate all the algorithmic tonalities and anomalies locked in your body. Will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Everything everything you're unwilling to be, know, perceive, and receive about unlock, dissipate, eliminate all the algorithmic tonalities and anomalies locked in your body. Will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Oh God, that's good. Unlock everything you're unwilling to be, know, perceive, and receive about unlock, dissipate, eliminate all the algorithmic tonalities and anomalies locked in your body. Will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Oh, good. This is so good. So everything you're unwilling to be, know, perceive, and receive about unlock, dissipate, and eliminate all the algorithmic tonalities, anomalies locked in your body. Will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And everything you chose in any lifetime to align and agree or resist and react to to align and agree or resist and react to your body or you to the algorithmic anomaly tonalities and anomalies. Will you now revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all of that? Oh my God. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So everything you aligned and agreed with or resisted and reacted to everything you chose to align and agree or resist and react to the algorithmic tonalities and anomalies, will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Ooh. So questions? Um, my ADHD is ADD is really the lawnmower is outside zooming by right now. And it makes trying to pay attention to all of you interesting because I'm like, vroom, vroom. I like that. That is a good effort, translators, of going back and forth like I do too. I really appreciate the full body experience of being translated. So, everything you're unwilling to be, know, perceive, and receive about unlock, dissipate, and eliminate all the algorithmic tonalities and anomalies locked in your body. Will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. What are algorithmic tonalities and anomalies? So you know, do we all understand what algorithms are? Algorithms would be like ones and zero program. Let me get the full definition of algorithm. Algorithm, a process or set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem-solving operations, especially by a computer. That's algorithm. Tonalities. A tonality is the character of a piece of music as determined by the key in which is played or relations to the blah, blah, blah. It's about, particular key, the tone, it comes from tone. So that's like the pitch or the key, the sound of it. And then what do we all know what an anomaly is? Anomaly is something that deviates from what is standard, normal, or expected. And I'm sure that made it way more clearer to you since I remind you of positional heat pads. Tonalities remind you of entropy. Okay, cool. This one reminds me of the other algorithmic process that we have, the algorithm interrupt. Slightly different. Because also remember, when we're talking about tone or anything, it's like your cellular structure, your body can have a certain tone, it can have a certain vibration. And so it's like, or it's like, you have the tuning forks, like they have a certain pitch, they have a certain tune, and they can, if you put one something like, like if you take two tuning forks and one's vibrating, the other one will start to pick it up and vibrate like it too, even though it didn't have any like what's it called, like there was no like direct action put into it to make it thing. It just is picking up the vibration or the tone from the other one and aligning and agreeing to it. Everything that brought up times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. How much of the big five and electromagnetics are you using to create the algorithmic tonalities and anomalies locked in your body and your life are you choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Oh, good. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. How much of the big five are you using? Big five and electromagnetics are you using to create the algorithmic tonalities and anomalies you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Questions, concerns, complaints, problems? No? No one has anything? I like it. This process wipes everyone out. Or they have no clue what this process is about, so we have no questions because you don't know what the hell is going on. How did this process come about? I think it's just one of the ones that Gary came up with. There's no cool, fancy story that I can think of about how it came out. But maybe there is. I don't think so, though. I think it's just one of the ones that Gary was, you know, I think it came out, I'd have to look, but I think it came out in the COVID years or around the COVID years. Other questions? You guys got to give me something to talk about. Do you just want me to keep running clearings over and over again? That's what you come here for? My wonderful voice on a clearing loop, pretty much? So how much Big Five are you using to create the, what the fuck was it? The algorithmic tonalities and anomalies are you choosing? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pod, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. And how many algorithmic tonalities and anomalies are you using to avoid asking any questions are you choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pod, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. No, I don't have any. There's nothing I would like to talk about with the process. Don't really. I've had the process run a couple times. I think it's really good. I like the process, but nothing that stands out for me. As like, oh my God, I had this run and then my head exploded. That'd be good though. Your brain is blank. I understand. Well, I mean, how much of your brain have you, or how much of your mind have you used? How much algorithmic tonalities and anomalies are you using to create your mind? Are you choosing? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Yes, I would totally recommend running this for more than one time. It's frying. I mean, but all the body processes do that. They're very good. It's almost like they work. They change things. What else can I talk about? There's ABCs coming up. Do you guys know about the ABCs? Yay! There's 3 ABCs in the first 3 months of next year. It's wonderful. Yes, and there's global facelift in Prague. Thank you. I would have forgot about that. And the global facelift class got added in Prague May 7th, so it's the day after Global Foundation. So, but there's also an ABC in Dubai, the first ABC in the Middle East. There is, that's January 20th, I believe it starts with Grace. Then there is also an ABC in Geneva in February 16th or 17th with Grace. And then in March, there is an ABC in Mexico City with Simone. And I think that's March 22nd, something like that. So there's ABCs all over the world. Yes. Question.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
So I wanted to ask you, after ABC, are we able to teach any of the ABC processes in for the classes, or?
Nope, the ABC is just the only body processes you can teach is the ones that are listed on the Access website there and the ones that are in the 3-day body manual currently. The ABC ones are just taught in the ABC. So you learn them in that, and then you can use them on yourself or on clients. I would advise extreme discretion with running ABC processes on people that are new, but you get to use that.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Don't come back with complaints. Maybe they'd rather learn the hard way. Who knows? Yeah, I know. Also, Simone's doing a 3-month membership called Hello Bodies, and it's fantastic so far. Thank you, Rachel, for saying that. And I don't know what else is coming up. There's lots of body classes all over the world. There's lots of body process classes going on too. And I don't know what to do with you. It's less than 20 minutes in. What happened, guys and girls? I know, I think this is a good body process.
Azt hiszem, ez egy
we're not
jó
even,
testkezelés.
yeah. Are you trying to talk to me, Nicolette?
Igen,
Or did
próbálsz
you?
hozzám beszélni.
What else would you like? Anyone? Nothing? Bueller?
So I wasn't on in the very beginning. Did you kind of define like tonalities and anomalies and
Yeah, tonalities is the root of it is from tone. So it's like the pitch or the key.
okay. The algorithms around that, is that what that was?
Algorithms are like computer programming for problem solving and solutions, like code is an algorithmic, so and then the anomalies is it's something different or outside the norm or unexpected.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Ooh, how many of you, rather than actually being different, choose a different algorithmic anomaly, as if you're a different algorithmic anomaly, you're outside this reality rather than just being a different algorithm inside this reality? Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Ooh, right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds.
Well, and it's interesting that this one's unlock. Maybe I'm behind the times, but there aren't that many body processes where you're actually unlocking the energies. Like they get so locked in that hit me as kind of interesting. I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's lots of ones that are it's like you said, it's a little bit different because you're unlocking, dissipating, and what was the other thing?
And eliminating, yeah.
Eliminating. So there's but I think that just has to do with energy too, of what we're asking to do with the process.
Right. Well, and it also makes me think that I don't know if that's just like they're so out of our consciousness, that or something, it felt like, yeah, there was something a little different with that.
Well, I mean, but how much do you believe that you are, or believe that your body is, the algorithmic anomalies and tonalities that you've locked into it?
Yeah.
Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes. And did you say just a few minutes ago that
Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Go ahead, sorry.
that we think those are actually being different? We're really
Well, I was saying how much, do you think of like an anomaly is something, so it's like an algorithmic anomaly is still in the algorithm. You're still in the matrix, you're just over here whereas everyone else is here.
right. Oh my
But
God.
you're still within the program. You're not out, but you keep trying to convince yourself, oh, I'm outside of it because I'm over here. I'm an algorithmic anomaly. I'm not, you're not a conscious anomaly, you're an algorithmic anomaly.
Well, I'm laughing tons, so it must be
Yeah.
real funny.
So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds.
It's so interesting how we trick ourselves into thinking what we want to be thinking.
Well, but you just said it, thinking what you want to be thinking. If you're doing thoughts, feelings, and emotions, you're doing lower harmonics. You're not doing being, knowing, perceiving, and receiving. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, sex and no sex are algorithmic tonalities and anomalies.
Interesting. Wow, thank you for all of that. That was great.
Everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Oh my God. Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Andrew,
Go ahead, I'm just yawning.
yeah. So if you want to promote the class, like make the flyer, what should we write? Don't know,
What would
like
you
what
like
kind
to
of
write?
information? What kind of like I like to write some information about what would be the process about, not just to write the name because I don't know, maybe some people they just cannot relate to the names.
Okay, then
So I'm
Mm.
thinking what is it that I can write, like just to give some information. If people they ask me what is this process about, I I just give them in the advance some information. So
okay, well, I mean, you could do lots of things. I mean, well, everything we talked about today on the call, you could use that as some information, or you can talk to people about, okay, would you like to to explain to them, okay, it's about, I mean, the thing is it's it depends on the person. Like if I'm doing a flyer and it depends on kind of the class I'm going to create or how I would like to. I don't have one thing I would say. I would say like, okay, come, you could just come experience the energy of this body process. What could it change for you in your body? You don't have to tell them anything. You can just ask them questions.
okay, great.
Because the other thing is, please get the body processes aren't something to be like everyone wants to know what is it going to do. Well, it's not about what the body process is going to do. It can do a lot of things. What is it you're going to receive, or what could the body process change for you?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you want to go to the like this is what you're going to get. It will do this and this and this. Well, but we're not looking at the result of it. It's like, it's not about the result. It's about, what other possibility does that open up for you? What more can you be and choose and receive afterwards? And I know that's sometimes difficult for people that are especially new and it's because it's a different reality than what they're used to.
That's true.
So it's like everyone wants to know what it's going to do. And it's like, I highly recommend before you do any body process class, you get the process run on you and you run it on someone else at least once. And I don't mean running it on yourself. I mean actually trade it with someone, so you can get at least some awareness around what you noticed for you. You could say, oh, okay, I had it run and I did it and I don't know what the hell happened, but my head was clear and blank for 3 days, or I don't know what happened, but I slept and it felt great, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's good because I know that everybody wants to come to the processes. They want to find some solution to their problems or receive the process to see something will happen in their life, So they all
Yeah.
like ask for some meaning. I mean, and most of the time, I just don't know. I just tell them that maybe something will unlock that's locked in your life.
Well, but you could just ask them, okay, I would just straight up ask them and explain, like, one, for new people, you can always talk to them and say, hey, look, this is based on your awareness and your body's awareness. What do you know? It can coming to this process and getting it run contribute to changing what it is you're asking to change.
Yeah.
Because lots of them have very weird names and it's not going to make sense. And it's not something that can be figured out.
Exactly.
But it's based on the energy of the processes, because what can the energy of the body processes contribute to their bodies and unlock in their bodies and with their lives.
That's true. Well, I
And
just have to be
You know, but a lot of this has to do with the algorithmic anomalies. You know, algorithms are always about something you create to solve a problem or a solution. Well, it's like, but you as a facilitator don't have to be a problem solver.
Mhm.
How many algorithmic tonalities and anomalies are you using to guarantee you are a problem solver no matter what? Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, puck and pod, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Other questions? What else do I? Oh, there's also 2 abuse hold classes coming up, and one in Dubai, January 21st, and one in Geneva, February, forget what, February 18th, maybe? I think if class starts on the 17th, then it's the 18th. I'd have to look, but they're under, they're on the Access website under the abuse hold class calendar listing. And just keep in mind, again, I've been telling everybody this, but the abuse hold class has a new prereq to either take the abuse hold class, but also for people wanting to run abuse holds. There's in a new pre-abuse hold clearing loop. It says right in the, it's literally named that in the shop, pre-abuse hold clearing loop. It's a loop that Gary did for you all. It's new, it's shorter, it's with the big 5 in it, clearing things around abuse. And it's also in languages. So there's more possibilities with it than the old one. And, you know, we highly recommend if you're doing sessions to start making people listen to that. The other thing is if you've already taken the abuse class that was in April of 2024 or 2023, sorry, I'm going into the new year already. That was earlier this year in Houston, then that counts as you don't have to do the clearing loop. So just keep all of that in mind. And let other people know, because people still come to me and they're like, I didn't know. And I was like, I sent emails out. I tell everyone. I just don't tell enough people. No one wants to listen to me. What else? Tanya, do we have other announcements?
Apart from next month's.
Next
Yes.
month is when?
January 16th, I think.
January 16th. Yay. So it's January 16th and we're doing Restoration Communion with Earth, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. There you go. It's awesome. We're gonna come down to earth in the new year.
You know, Andrew, you bringing up a restoration of communion with Earth. A number of years ago, there was like a campaign or something where there was a weekend.
Yep.
And you basically could have people over, you could teach that class, you know, basically it was free. It was just to run energy. Everyone was running energy
Mhm.
for the Earth and all that. Is that ever a possibility again? I've thought of that recently. I'd love, it'd be a great way to, I'd love to be able to include something like that in an intro to body processes, you know, where you could give a little, I don't know, glimpse of what the actual body process is doing. But is that a possibility, or
Yeah, we can look into seeing if it's something like that's possible.
yeah, just see if it's a contribution? That'd be great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ooh. Okay, well,
And I was just gonna add, we did that a few years ago. I can't remember when that was, but we did it in a park in Guatemala, and there were, I don't know, everybody brought yoga mats and towels and whatever, and we just spread out in a park. and it's not like street level, it's you have to go down these steps to come to this park. And so it wasn't really obvious. And this poor woman, whatever, she learned something, I suppose. She was being dragged by her dog because he insisted on being able to come down into where we were and go from yoga mat to greet every single person, and then rolled over and presented his stomach and, you know, wanted some of the energy too. And it was really cool. The woman was flabbergasted because the dog had never done that before, but that was our restoration of communion with earth.
I
Uh,
love that.
It was great.
That is wonderful. Okay, well, I don't have anything else to say. So next body process, January 16th, same time. And yeah, thank you, everyone. This was a quick one, but I'm glad you're all brain fried already. And I am too. Okay, thank you, translators. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next month for Restoration Communion with Earth, or next year too. Haha.